smoking my job. Chain, getting paid over here. Chain, getting paid over here. Thursday, want to bring it over here. Thursday, want to bring it over here. See my money maker. Throw my money maker. See, nose ring. See, you heard the notification. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I just want to say this. I wrote a book. I wrote a book. Um, I bought the laptop on Black Friday. I think Black Friday was it like after Thanksgiving or Christmas. I think Christmas. Was it Christmas? Ugh. Well, whenever Black Friday is, I think Thanksgiving. I went and purchased a laptop, and I was inspired, which I'm always inspired, but the creativeness juices start flowing even more hard. So I'm like, I want a laptop. So I went and bought a laptop. So I'm like, I bought I think I bought the laptop that Thursday, wherever that Friday, Thursday going into Friday. I think I bought it Friday. Whatever it was this Black Friday sale. So I went and purchased a laptop. And soon as I opened the top the next day, which was Saturday, I was off work. And I'm like, you know what? Like creating this. So I'm like, I'm gonna write a book. For real. I wrote this book. I want to say it's like after the last time I added it up, the pages. It's a book every bit of like 55 to 65 pages in a week. It has at least 10 to 12 characters in a week. They have their own lives, real lives. Peace and blessings and protection. And as I was writing the book, I was standing in the store and I was reading what I wrote, like, and just asking these girls, what they think. And they were like, "Who wrote that?" I'm like, "I just wrote it standing here. Like when I got the coffee and went out, I wrote a book. I would start writing it or whatever." So they're like, "Oh, it's great, great, great." So as much as I kept writing, I'm like proof reading it with them. So the spirit, the angels, the ancestors, like, don't read them no more. Like, just finish it out. So I read it to a couple of other people at different locations. So I was like, who wrote that? So I'm like, I did. Full of dramatic. It's a drama book. It's a love. It's about love. It's about greed. It's about social living. It's about economics. It's about just everything in general, what people go through day to day. Did I remind you? I have at least 10 to 12 characters, and they have like real life roles. When I started writing the book, I literally wrote it as a play. I also wrote it for a movie, a screenplay, a movie, and just a book. I wrote it three ways. So in that, I had to be able to create characters that have their own personal life. You got where I'm going? Friendship, bonds, and everything. And so yeah, so I decided, and everybody, okay, so I'm like, okay, I done did that. So I started writing a song. So then I went back to go complete it. I just completed the song, like as far as just writing the words to it, and it sounds great. I did that last Saturday, so I completed the song. So I mean, ever since, but in between time, everybody like, because when I did go to the club, the girl ran on me. I didn't know who she was. She like, Gigi. I'm like, yeah. She was like, where's the book? And I'm like, okay. So then a while after, I kind of chilled on the book because I started doing, I love talent, showcasing my talent to see how creative I am. So lately a couple of people been asking me, where's the book? Like what you gonna do with the book? How you gonna sell it? And I'm like, sell it? I just want to write a book and read it for free. Also with my book, I would love to have someone play the characters as far as the screenplay. Um, as I was writing the book and I took me a break, the spirit like, see, you can do what other people have to pay other people to do. And I'm like, what? They was like, you're writing from different angles and perspectives and perceptions. And usually they have to pay a person, they have to pay people to like characters. You gotta someone has to write a certain, even a sitcom. You have one person that's gonna write the script to the way the character act. Then you gotta have them, they're gonna hire someone else to write this other character and to keep it, you know what I'm saying? But I wrote it from a writer's aspect. I wrote it from a critic aspect. I I read it from a viewer aspect. I'm very hard on myself, but I enjoyed writing the book. But I had to write it from different angles, different perspectives and everything. So everybody's like, well, when you gonna read your book? What you gonna do with your book? What you gonna do with your book? And I'm like, I just want to read it, idiot. Not calling nobody no idiot, no disrespect. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just want to read it. Like, are you gonna sell them? Like, listen, I can write so many books. I'm ready to write my other book. So now it's like I have to like, and this is not on the pages, okay? This is something I printed and I went and edited, and I'm like, if you're the writer, you know what you wrote. So I'm like, okay, I done went back and edited, but I'm like, I really want to keep it the way it was. So I'm like, well, let me start reading some of this to you guys. Peace and blessings and protection. You see, that was me because I remember what it was in the beginning. So I'm gonna share a little of my book with y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So the interlude. This is the first page. Got where I'm going? Are you ready? I'm gonna put this down because I want y'all staring at me. Period. Which I don't have a problem with y'all looking at me. That don't bother me, but Okay. Matters of the heart. The name of this first sheet is Matters of the Heart. At this point of my journey, wanting a partnership began to take a turn. So I invited him to my home, and he knew exactly how to connect his Wi-Fi to my server without even having the code. In all actuality, I was a bit shy as if it was my first time. Water I offered, no was his reply. I would offer you something to eat, and again, he still denied. Movie, are you comfortable? Now, at this point, he was strictly all about action. And indeed, this is what the visit was all about. Do you want to or not? Now, I know what you're thinking, and yes, I did. This is where a small but yet large part of me began to realize either I love the idea of being in love or in belief that love still exists. More importantly for me, this experience was beautiful, passionate, far beyond lust. Magic. It was magical, like human stardust. He pleased my teenage and womanhood. My cosmos were hovering yet displayed like a colorful portrait that stood in the depths of an ocean. And he was the painter, surrounded by a visible garden, earth, if you will. Did I mention he didn't waste any drops of my love potion? His touch, his touch, was so assertive yet tender enough to embrace my natural beauty. Just the thought of being thrusted into the grasp of his reality was truly astonishing for my solitude. The projection of his innocence reflected through his strength. Yes, yes, I screamed. Somehow this allowed me to be free, realizing and understanding that our experience was all about my personal happiness, what I wanted, even more so who I wanted to be. it's safe to say I found another version of me. Chapter 1, The Perfect Timing. Red pumps, black dress, lace panties, clutch. Where is my clutch? This is the day I finally get to meet that guy from that famous dating site. His profile was very interesting, if I should say so myself. The only prayer I could think of is him not being gay. We've been social distancing as if that's a real thing. Nevertheless, I'm excited about this one. And it did say he's outgoing, family oriented, 6'1", dark chocolate, no children or wife. This is amazing. Put my hair up, sweet yet alluring fragrance. My lips are popping. I mean, how could he not be into me? Reservations are at 8, and intimacy is going to be needed. Did I feed my birds? Phone rings. Who could this be? I told all my family that I had plans tonight and Tracy to hold all my calls. Malcolm, is everything okay? Yeah, I was calling to let you know that there's been a change in plans. At this point, I would honestly like to say things started on a high note, but I can't. Apparently, Malcolm's mother was rushed to the ER. And who, or shall I say, what type of person would I be to bring up any of our plans that we had in motion to overlook his mother? Now, don't get it twisted. I wanted to bring up the fact that she has 3 living children that could have taken a ride in the ambulance. But me being a well put together lady such as myself, I couldn't possibly come between a mother and her grown ass son. So I took a deep breath and said, call and let me know when things get better. Phone hangs up. Claire hangs up and called best friend. Sabrina, that was the fastest date I ever known to man. Who you dating, child? Flash. So I began to explain the conditions of his mother, and I quote, Sabrina simply said, again, this is the 3rd time he's canceled in a month. Either he's gay, has a family, or too blind to see what's right in front of him. I know, it's just his mom. She's having a hard time. Apparently so. Even more for you because it's hard to find time being with her son. Look, me and the girls are going out. Care to join? Yeah, what else is there to do? What about us? This is the next chapter. Last night was fun, yet depressing. My girls and I had a blast, but no call from Malcolm. Should I call? I mean, it is his mother. Plus, an apology is in order. I'll just send a text. Sure, he'll respond. Good morning, King. I was reaching out to make sure your mother survived ruining our date night. I better not. Delete message and restart. Good morning, Malcolm. I was reaching out to know how your mother was doing. When you get this message, please respond back. I hope she's okay. "12 p.m. No text, call, or show. Truly, these are grounds for termination. Well, maybe they kept his mom. I mean, it is COVID season. Maybe he's still there. Poor Malcolm. God can't get a break because he's always putting his family first. God, he's so noble." 6 p.m. Damn, still no call or text? I pray he's okay so I can cuss his ass out. And plus, I don't want anything happening to my future husband. Maybe he can't get service in the hospital. Maybe he forgot his charger. Either way, I'm concerned. 911, what's your emergency? Yes, I met this guy on the dating site and we had plans with reservations, but his mom was rushed to the ER. Ma'am, this isn't an emergency. Oh, yes, it is. He hasn't returned any of my texts nor answered any of my calls. Ma'am, he could be the one. Ma'am, have you tried contacting your local authorities? No, but that is a great idea. Thanks. Inform the police. Yeah, I'll just inform the police. Wait, they're going to need his personal information. His name, Malcolm. Malcolm never told me his last name. Date of birth, that's easy. February the 10th, 1976. Last whereabouts should have been with me. This is impossible. The hospital. I'll just call the hospital and have them check to see if he's there. Ring, ring. Malcolm calls. Claire? Malcolm, oh God, are you okay? I was worried about you. Yeah, I got in late. My sister stayed at the hospital so I could come home and get some rest. Thank God he's okay, Clara thought to herself. Well, maybe I can swing by the hospital tomorrow after work. No, he shouted. I mean, you don't have to do that. Plus, I wanted us to pick up where we left off. Oh my, he's considering me. I knew he was the one. Let me gather my thoughts. Sure, Malcolm, that sounds great. Next chapter will be chapter 3. The only man I knew, Claire's office. Yes, this is Attorney Fitzgerald. How may I help you today? Yes, Miss Fitzgerald. This is Vivica from Cedarburg Hospital. I was calling because you're listed as Mr. John Fitzgerald, emergency contact. Yes, I am. Well, there has been an accident. Is there any way you could come in right now? Sure. Claire rushes out the office. Tracy, hold my calls. Sure thing, Miss Fitzgerald. And don't forget about your 8 o'clock appointment. I want. Clara enters her car, driving down the expressway. I hope Uncle John is okay. He's the only uncle I ever knew. No children or siblings. Thank God he adopted me. If something should ever happen to him, what will I do? Maybe I'm overreacting. Uncle John is in good health. Maybe he was outside drinking his morning coffee as usual and tripped over a 2x4. I requested for those workers to have that extra material moved. I'll just call and have to have them to go by and double check. Claire enters the hospital. She arrives at the nurse's station. Ma'am, I was called to come and see about my Uncle Fitzgerald, Dr. John Fitzgerald. Yes, ma'am. I'll page your doctor and let him know you're here. In walks the doctor in the waiting room. Miss Fitzgerald? Yes, I'm Miss Fitzgerald. Yes, I'm Dr. Bradley. Can you take a walk with me? Sure. Is my uncle okay? I requested for those contractors to remove all that extra material due to Hurricane Ida. I assure you, this will be handled accordingly. Miss Fitzgerald, care to have a seat? It saddens me to tell you that your dear uncle has passed away, and we would need for you to contact your funeral director and make proper arrangements. Lord, Uncle John? No, not Uncle John. I'll give you a moment to collect yourself, the doctor tells Claire. After Claire gathered herself, as we walked to that room, it really hit me. Uncle John was the only guy that not only accepted, but also loved me for who I was, and now he's gone. While crying hysterically, I viewed him. He was such a happy person. He helped a lot of people and was a real respected doctor. Doc, you never told me what happened. Well, Miss Fitzgerald, your uncle was in a brutal car accident yesterday evening with a drunk driver. A drunk driver? I shouted. Where is he? Where is that bastard? He's in ICU at this very moment. Who is he? His name. What is his name? Get him out here now. Michael, Miss Fitzgerald, and he's going to need a heart transplant. Your uncle is a perfect match. Michael? A heart transplant? This guy gets drunk in broad daylight, drives and kills my uncle. Then you expect me to give him my uncle's heart? Miss Fitzgerald, he's running out of time. I'm not going to read the rest to that one. Period. Let's skip over to my Lou. Just giving you a little brief parts of what I wrote. So we done got to a new chapter. Okay, so if you were listening, Michael is the one that was drunk driving that killed Claire Fitzgerald, dad, John Fitzgerald. Got where I'm going? Now we're going into Michael's introduction. So you'll know who Michael is, etc., etc. Excuse me, because it's been a while since I read it. But I know it. So if you hear me like stumble a little bit, just keep rolling with it. Next chapter, Michael's introduction. Thinking outside the box. Song playing, Juicy J. Bands will make her dance. Let me set the scenery. Bands will make her dance. Bands will make her dance. All that popping and then using hands. Now they're in the strip club, okay? Mike is at the strip club. Got where I'm going? Mike. Damn, bro, this shit lit. What's up, fam? We was wondering if your ass was gonna slide through, says my boy Big G. I see the baller section. Y'all want some hen? Says Peaches. Nah, baby, it's gentleman's night. We straight patroning. Cool. Hey, yo, who little mommy is it with the red pumps? Oh, that's Honey Dip Strawberry. Honey Dip Strawberry? All my boys replied. Who named her that? The owner with the one eye. Damn, shorty bad. Real deal. Look at my boy G. He know every stripper with a perm or that's natural. We want a table dance. That's going to be a problem. Why is that? Because bands will make her dance and Patron won't get her home. My tip, please. Man, she nice. Nice? Now, what the fuck nice is? Bro, you starting to sound like we better call Tyrone. Nah, man. She just bad. She just about her business. That's all. Yeah, whatever that means. I don't think I should read this part to y'all just yet. Let's skip over to Malou. You know, I think that's all I print. I mean, I double print things. Wait, I might go back into this. Okay, Claire is still in the hospital, right? She has accepted the situation. Claire being a good person, okay? Claire is a very good person, yet Claire is just Claire is a beautiful person. Okay, so we're going back to the nurse's station. I'm going to read to 30 minutes. Ma'am, I'll be collecting my uncle's belongings. By the way, was there a lady, an elderly lady that was rushed in the ER last night? Yes, there was. She's in room 303. 303? That's the room next to Uncle John. I wonder if Malcolm's here. Okay, I must have printed it. Woo! I wish I would have printed. I'm gonna print it. I'm gonna reprint the rest tomorrow because I did when I started printing. I did stop for a moment just to, when I was working my printer. So yeah, okay, so cool. That's enough. I just want to share that with you guys. Like I said, my book is really I haven't touched it in what? 2 months going on. So, you know, everybody wants it. So I'm gonna have to put it out there. I enjoy reading it to you guys, sharing some things with you. So yeah, this is all about drama. This is all about love. This is all about lies. This is all about greed. This is all about disrespect. This is all about discrimination. This is all about losing a loved one. You know, things that people go through in life in general. You get where I'm going? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Peace and blessings, love and light. I hope you just really like enjoy it. Okay. So take care and thank you for just even watching it. Peace and blessings and protection. Thank you. Good night.